Hey, thank you for watching my channel. I am the Divine Maverick, also known as the mother of twins, helping you along this twin flame journey. It's a little early in the morning, so forgive my Fraggle Rock, my scraggly voice. I had to get this out to you. Disclaimer right out of the gate. Actually, let me do my intro. If this is your first time watching, welcome. Thank you for being here. If you find you like the content on this channel, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up, and you will. I know you will. Because these are good groceries right here, so get ready. Also, if you want a personal reading, I do those. Everything you need to know about me can be found down in the description box below. And if you like this channel, please subscribe. That way you'll keep up with the videos that I upload as well as when I live stream, which I do quite often because I like to get into the energy of the collective. Tribe and Patreon members, y'all, I love y'all. I just do. I don't even know what to say in the intro for you guys besides thank you, thank you, thank you from the very tippy top of my heart, not even the bottom of my heart, from the top of my heart, the highest place in my heart. I thank you for the way you support me, love me, like, subscribe, share, comment, all that. Thank you. So anyway, this video is part of maybe one of my new series, Her Awakening, more rolling out in 2021. I am so excited and I can't wait. But this has been, what I'm about to share with you has been, I have permission from the Divine Feminine to share this email verbatim. I obviously will not say her name to protect the innocent, but it's a reason why I know I needed to share this email with you, and it's in great detail, and you'll understand why once we finish the word or the lesson or the reading, if you will. Because she said she felt like she needed to give me every detail. She doesn't know why, but she wanted to really write a long email. As a matter of fact, the subject line of the email is, "This is a good and long one." Okay, so and this is one of my babies, Divine Feminine, that I've been rolling with for a minute since I started this channel. And so I've been on her journey, like many of you who I've done sessions for. I'm on your journey with you. You know what I mean? We're here together, so I don't leave you and you don't leave me. I'm trying to get you to the altar, okay? Get you into union. Well, I'm not. I'm allowing Spirit to use whatever is inside of me that can help you get into union with your divine counterpart, or a fabulous soulmate that's going to still float your boat, wiggle your toes, put a smile on your face and a lilt in your step. Okay, I have a Divine Feminine Oracle deck, brand new, awesome deck. If you don't have it, Divine Feminine deck, what is her name? Megan Watterson. Y'all might have this, you might not. If you don't have it, get it. Get this deck and pull you a card every day. See where you are. I used to teach, well, I still teach, but I used to say when I was pastor in my church that it's important to be like the sons of Issachar. The sons of Issachar in the Bible is a tribe of people that knew the times and the seasons. In other words, they knew where they were. They knew what they needed to be doing, when they needed to be doing it, and how they needed to be doing it, because they were connected to the Spirit of God. The Spirit of God is wind. Wind is breath. Wind is spirit. Wind is air. All right? So everything is about movement. Everything is about being light. Everything is about non-resistance, right? So this video is about you knowing where you are, the timing, knowing where you are in your particular soul's journey, or your awakening, your evolution, your ascension, whatever you want to call it, right? Now, here is my disclaimer. Do not think that I'm saying go ahead and manifest you a soulmate. But if that's where you are and you can handle that, then that's how you know you can watch this video. If you are Team Divine Masculine, because I am Team Divine Masculine, but guess what? I am Team Divine Soulmate too. You know what I mean? I'm Team Soulmate as well. I am Team Heal, Team Ascend, Team Healthy. That's who I am. Team Spirit, okay? Team Goodness, Team Highest Good of all, okay? So that's how I'm going to present this info to you, and I pray that you receive it with an open heart, because if you can hear what the Spirit is saying to you, if you can hear the message and not be triggered and not start to feel all kinds of lower vibrational or negative feelings, then I'm telling you, you are on your way to a beautiful, beautiful journey, which will still be difficult as all get out as you work through different phases and different stages, but will be so worth it. Okay, so to begin, I pulled a card to go along with this email. And the card is Machik Labdran. Okay, that's how you say her name. I know because I looked it up. Anyway, this is Buddhist. I'm not saying you need to ascribe to the Buddhist beliefs. I'm not saying that any of that. I just want you to hear the energy and the message. Feel the energy and hear the message that is found in the life of this phenomenal divine feminine. All right, so first thing I want to do is read you the email while you just look at this card. She is, let me tell you, she is the diamond-hearted Dakini, Dakini. Look it up. Study to show yourself approved. And her mantra is, I see the light in my own darkness. I face my ego beliefs to feel free. Okay? So let me read the email because this divine feminine faced something, had to literally endure something that would, for someone who wasn't ready, because Spirit always knows the temperature and the duration of your storm or of your challenge or of your test. And this divine feminine faced her fear, her biggest fear, head on. And it may be even a fear she didn't know she had. Now, because it was subconscious, that's what I mean. Now, a little bit of the backstory. This young lady is beautiful, smart, financially independent, an entrepreneur, a go-getter. She's bomb. She's the bomb, right? Her divine masculine is like many divine masculines finding their way, okay? Finding their way. She does and did have communication. It wasn't every day, but it was still in communication. So this is not a divine feminine. It has not yet met her divine masculine. In the 3D, she knows him, sees him, knows him. Y'all got it? Okay. All right, so her and her divine masculine were even at the place at times in their journey, along their journey, that they would dream about the future together, right? And one of those dreams, one of those things that she knew that he also wanted was twins, okay? And so if I am not mistaken, and she'll email me, but I believe she said they had already named their children. You know, they named their children, they dreamed about the twins that their union, their marriage was going to produce. So that's a dream of hers. She has no children at this time, okay? Now, recently, I received an email from her that her divine masculine has in fact impregnated another woman, and the woman is having twins. Now, you can imagine when I read the email that my heart sank, but because I am a woman of great faith and I am the alchemist, I was like, okay, Spirit, what's up? Let's talk, Team Divine. Tell me what's going on. And I was assured not to fret, not to oh my God, I'm sorry, cry with, empathize, but don't cry. We're not gonna have a pity party and stay here. But it was like something is something. If this, because the way that her energy was going was union was coming, union was near. Now I can feel y'all. Don't you get triggered already? What does that mean? Does that mean I'm not coming into union? But I feel it. What happened? No, don't do that. Breathe. While you're watching this video, you have to remember to breathe. Okay. So this masculine obviously told her he had to muster up the courage. He didn't go out a immature way and not tell her and face her and da. He sat down. He was very, very regretful. He regretted it and everything. But also, this divine feminine had an inkling, or her intuition was telling her something was she had just like a little niggling feeling about this young lady anyway over time, right? So that somebody needed to hear that. That's why I said it. Now, in other words, trust your intuition, and then ask Spirit or your ancestors, your team. Okay, what do I do with this information? Because it's not there to make you angry. It's not there to throw you off, distract you, make you feel like life will never change or happen for you. It's there for information purposes only. What are you going to do with the information? What do you need to do on your end so that you don't feel the way that you are feeling? Y'all tracking? Okay, now. Here is the email. Dated December 18th, 3:12 p.m. And notice 3:12 p.m. 3 and 3. Growth, expansion, ascendant masters, the Trinity, all the threes, right? 3, 3. Okay. Says, so I think I manifested my soulmate. Actually, like he said to me yesterday, he manifested me. He requested me as a friend on Facebook yesterday evening, and I accepted simply because he had a handsome face. LOL. I mean, we have not a single mutual friend. He immediately sent me a message, and something was so different and intriguing and genuine about this particular DM slide. LOL. Something was genuinely intriguing about him that I felt so convicted to reply. So we chatted for several minutes, and within about 30, we were on the Facebook Messenger phone call. After about an hour and a half, we exchanged numbers and moved to the phone. We spoke for hours. I realized how much we were alike, and I was totally mind blown. Guess what? He lives near Charlotte, North Carolina, and I told him I've been manifesting a relocation down there for months. Then I told him I was on the way traveling to Michigan to my mom's house, and he told me he was just in Michigan a few days ago, dropping his daughter back on campus at Michigan State. The synchronicities. He kept asking if I needed gas money or food or anything, and I respectfully declined, and I told him I was okay. I'm still working on receiving and taking blessings when they are presented to me. We spoke the entire 3.5-hour drive and then some. During the phone call, I started venting about my job situation and some issues I was having with friends who I felt were rubbing their successes in my face. Sorry, I gotta delete that part that she just wrote me. All right, and she said, and he immediately picked up on my energy and interrupted me to ask me how I was feeling right now. I guess I heard the tears forming in my eyes, so I was honest and told him that I was frustrated and emotional. He told me never to apologize for my feelings and that it's time to release so that I could add on or move on. He told me to close my eyes, and he spoke life into me, and then he prayed for me. Then he said, I got you, yo. I'm sorry, my team just told me to go back and read the part that I actually left out, thinking it was, but anyway, let me just read it. I'm gonna have to start this paragraph over again. Just bear with me because this message is good. The second paragraph says, during the phone call, I started venting about my job situation and some issues I was having with friends who I felt were rubbing their successes in my face. Side note, my job didn't pay me my paycheck again yesterday. Remember, this has happened to me before. And he immediately picked up on my energy and interrupted me to ask me how I was feeling right now. My guides are telling me that I need to explain to you guys that don't think it's strange that a perfect stranger, I'm holding up air quotes, she can't say a stranger, would say to her, do you need any food? Do you need any gas? Do you need anything? And he didn't know that she did not get her paycheck that week, right? But he just kept asking. Now, I don't know how many of you run into people that you meet in 4 hours and they start asking you if you need anything for your trip that you already planned before you even met them. But I'm going to keep going because, in other words, don't worry. There's always a ram in the bush. Don't worry, you'll never be without. Don't worry, you'll never be lost or forsaken or tossed to and fro. Spirit got you. The same way this man said to her, I got you, yo. Now, the significance of I got you, yo, is this young lady is a New Yorker. So she says that's one of her phrases, put yo on everything. I got you, yo. What you doing, yo? What's up, yo? You know what I'm saying? So anyway, I went into the thing. So anyway, she says, before we hung up, he told me to meet him in the 5D and he said he'll be waiting. And I was looking and thinking like, let me find out. And I just smiled and I told him I'll definitely be there. His name is Raphael, like the angel. And he is 45. He was divorced 5 years ago from a 20-year marriage and has 4 children and celibate for 2 years. And guess what? He actually is a twin. And his father had 21 children. By the way, 21. 3. Y'all know 2 + 1 is 3. There it is again. Interesting family dynamic, she says. But he's so, so beautiful. Hearing him talk about the pain he went through from his divorce and having full custody of his children with their mother living all the way in Chicago, and his self-love journey was very, very healing for me to listen to. He's a Pisces and is very unapologetic about his discussing his feelings. This morning, I woke up to a good morning text. I had not received one of those in months and hadn't received one from my DM since April. He stepped out of the office to talk to me on his lunch break today. He's very attentive and observant. He's so gentle but manly, You know I love those hood ones. And he's strong and he's financially abundant and handsome and in tune with the voice of a New York angel, since that's where he was born and lived up until a few months ago. So that's where he was born, in New York, and lived up there until a few months ago. It hasn't even been a full 24 hours since I've known him. Spirit literally dropped him into my life. We planned a video call tonight, and I've never been more nervous in my life. A little bit ago, I closed my eyes and told my DM how much I loved him, and I told him about the pain he's caused, but that I am healing very fast. I told him that I've loved him for years. I told him that I've tucked him away in a safe and special place in my heart, and then I told him goodbye for now. I think I'm ready, Mama Twins, and twin flame or not, Even if this is the man I marry, I still want you to marry us. To be continued. Woo! Y'all, when I read it, I screamed. I screamed with glee, and then I cried with a gratitude that I have, well, I'm not gonna say never experienced, but when my son was born 15 years ago, I've experienced that. That was that one of them new baby, first baby cries, right? But I was so happy for her because the way she said what she said, it's like she made peace. It's not that I don't love you, divine masculine. It's not that I don't want you. It's not that I don't crave you. But staying in this space, in this place, is just too hard. It's stopping me. It's not causing me to progress or ascend. That is all I ever say when I go live and just say, you should know where you are. You know what you can handle. You know the grace that you've been given by spirit to do whatever it is you need to get done or do, right? And so I try to encourage you. You don't have to fully give up the dream, but you do have to keep pursuing your dreams. And if your twin flame journey or your journey to your masculine causes you to stop that or delay that, or not even feel passionate about that because you're so overwhelmed and consumed with when, why, what, then you have to do something different, okay? And this is not like an ad. I feel like I'm doing an ad right now. But on Patreon, that's what 2021 is going to hold. That's why I'm moving from most of my teaching, my in-depth teaching from YouTube, because everything isn't for everyone. Some people just won't get it, and some people will just not understand, right? And that's okay. Spirit has told me, but if you get on Patreon, this is the kind of stuff that we're going to be unpacking and deeper, because there's some things that I'm not going to say even in this forum, because again, I have empathy for the ones who may still be like, well, let me just see what the video's about. And then they watch it and hear this, and then they go, oh my God, is anything real? And I'm not trying to make fun. I'm just saying, if you are triggered, even now, if you start to feel all scared and your heart is racing because you're like, does that mean I'm not going to get my twin? Does that mean I'm going to do all this work and put in all this effort and then they're going to still walk away? They're going to do something? Let me tell you the difference. The divine masculine in question in this reading did something that was this divine feminine's straw that breaks the camel's back. This was her thing. You know how you don't know how much you're going to take. They do things and things happen and then you forgive and forget, because remember, the love is unconditional. It's not about that. It's not about the love, but it is about the way you demonstrate that love, because love is an action word. Love is not just something we say. It's not just something we feel, but it's action. So his actions were unloving and she had no choice but to say, you know what, that's it, because it was the thing. You got somebody pregnant. Not only did you cheat, not only were you cheating, not only did you get somebody pregnant, but now you having the twins that we talked about and named. You can imagine the amount of devastation that this young lady was feeling. But in about 3 or 4 days, like she didn't even, you know what I mean? She cried and cried, she purged, but then the sun came out. You know what I mean? The sun came out. And before even this soulmate person, this person that she's talking to, who happens to be, by the way, I hope y'all heard his name. His name is Raphael. Now, come on. You think Spirit not thinking about you? You think Spirit doesn't know exactly what it takes to get you to where you need to be? Exactly the temperature of the heat and the fire? Exactly the duration of the storm you're going through? Your storm might last 1 week. Your storm might last 1 month. It's all up to the way you're wired and how you receive the information that you're receiving when you are going through your life. How does it make you feel? Do you like it or don't you like it? Because if you don't like it, change it. If it makes you feel good, then keep that and keep doing more of that, because what you keep doing more of will multiply in your life. This divine feminine said, I can't do this. That hurt in a place where I was talking to my son, y'all. It's so much I want to say to y'all, but I'm gonna try to keep this video short. But I was talking to my son yesterday, and this was before the email came, and we were just randomly talking and in meditation and stuff. When we came out, I was like, I thought about this young lady, which was so crazy when I saw the email. I thought about this young lady, and I said, you know, son, I was thinking about this, and I said her name because he knows fam, he knows my people. You know what I'm saying? Because that's who I am. I'm not just trying to get your money, boo-boo. I know you, all right? I know you. So anyway, I said, yeah, so-and-so, can you imagine somebody doing something like that to you? I said, she was hurt in a place when I saw that email, when I talked to her, it took my breath away. I said, I feel her when she heard that those words come out of his mouth, that it hurt so bad she couldn't even make a sound. And first I was going, I can't even. I can't. I can't even. You know how you said, I can't even. I said, all of a sudden, it's like spirit let me feel, because you know the clairsentience, it was like, somebody took my breath away, and I was just in slow motion, like, you know, and I was collapsing forward. That's what I was showing my son. I said, can you imagine being so hurt that you can't even make a sound? Can you imagine being so hurt that you can't even make a sound? You can't even speak. You can't even say you did what? You can't even say, a tear can't even fall because you feel frozen in that pain, in that angst. Like, it's like you watch a dream explode in front of you, right? Destroyed in front of you, right? I know I'm being dramatic, but I'm doing that on purpose. And so my son was like, yeah. And I started feeling that thing. And I said, you've been hurt by this person so bad you can't even make a sound. And guess what? Even with that, that's why he can't hear her. That's why he didn't hear her cries. That's why he didn't feel her petitions to give more or tell me what's happening. Or you know, couldn't feel her petitions because she was so hurt the whole time dealing with this as she was working through the shadow energy, working through her healing and growth, even in this relationship with the on and off communication, with the hit and misses, with the visitations, things like that. And he couldn't hear her because he was distracted by something else, someone else. You know what I mean? And so I say that to say, she decided to take her healing and her life in her own hands, take some of her hopes and dreams, not totally remove, but just leave a piece. Like she said, I'm going to leave a piece. There's a space for you. There's a special, warm, cozy place for you in my heart. And that's where you'll stay. But goodbye for now. For now, because she left it open-ended. I don't know what spirit might do. In other words, surrender. She surrendered to the process. Because this person came along that literally did everything she ever dreamed of, and she didn't have to ask. That's the point. Your soulmate comes along when your vibration lifts so high because your divine masculine either A, is behind you and working on their healing and working to come into union with you, because remember, it's still you. But I'm not going to go that deep. I'll do that stuff on Patreon when I'm teaching. But I'm just saying to you, keep it in the 3D with the relationships, okay? Because that's mostly people watch YouTube to see about their relationship. It's not really about soul growth and ascension and how you can change. I'm going to be honest, because those videos that I do don't get as much views as what your divine masculine doing this weekend, okay? I'm not being funny. I'm just being real. So Patreon is where I'm going to unpack this and teach this, what the journey really is, so you don't get so caught up. But at the same time, I'm not going to leave you wanting. I'm going to give you a little something. Now, back to what I'm saying. So she decided that she was going to do her work, and she didn't want that anymore. And so her vibration lifted to such a place where she attracted the love, the self-love. Because in her saying, I can't do that now, he broke the code doing that. Pregnant with twins, with somebody, what? That broke the code. I can't come back from this. Great. Nobody's going to condemn. What do you mean? You're not unconditional. That's your masculine. How could you? No. Spirit will never, ever tell you to stay somewhere where you are tolerated and not celebrated. Spirit will never tell you to stay somewhere where somebody is not treating you like the queen or the goddess or the beautiful person's beautiful soul that you are. Period. If you are enduring bad behavior from your divine counterpart, you better stop looking at them and start looking in the mirror at you and seeing what there is in you that is allowing it. And this is where Makchi Labran comes in, because part of her life's work was dealing with the shadow work, dealing with the shadow side. Now I'm going to go to this card and read you this woman, and this is going to bless you, and then I'm going to get ready to close. She vibrated, let me finish the thing. So you're going to vibrate on a level that you're going to attract every single thing that you want from your soulmate, that your masculine does not want to do or will not do, okay? You're going to attract that person in the 3D. And you cannot feel guilty about feeling all butterfly and warm and fuzzy and golden oils poured from your head to your feet, from the spirit. You just feel blessed and favored and honored, and like, how did I get this person? You got that person because that's who you are. What do I mean by that? That is what your vibration is sending out to the universe. So the universe is kissing you back saying, well, here you go. Whatever you think about most is what you're going to attract. Whatever you are feeling is what you're going to attract. Always pay attention to your feelings. Always pay attention to how you feel when you're around a person. And if you love somebody like that, like that's what the whole twin flame journey is, the magnetism. If you feel that, but then that vibration begins to change because they either change and they don't grow or whatever they're doing, when it starts to affect you negatively, you have to, in order to move your timeline, in order to jump timelines into something that's more pleasurable, more beneficial, then you need to get away from that. You have to lift your vibration. You have to choose you. You have to say, I can't do this. I don't know where your stopping point is. I don't know what your particular breaking point is. Only you know that. But I admonish you, I encourage you, please find out what your breaking point is as it relates to this journey, because that is the thing that's going to push you into the stratosphere. And if spirit has to use that thing to get you to where you need to be, well, guess what? Get ready, because it's going to happen. It happened to this young lady. Her biggest fear, I'm not going to be with my masculine. Or her biggest fear, if he gets somebody else pregnant with our twins, you know what I mean? That was like the very thing that she feared came upon her. One of the things. But the main fear was, I won't end up with my masculine. My masculine won't choose to be with me. My masculine will not do the work to be with me. Okay, so the thing happened and she's still alive. Okay? She's still alive. She's still here. More than that, she's manifested a soulmate. She manifested someone that gets her, that wants her, that is pursuing her. When I spoke to her in person, she said that he said, are you with somebody? Are you, got anything going on? Because I want to pursue you. You see, masculine energy pursues. King of Wands, King of Cups, King of Swords. They go. Kings represent passion and direction. They know what they want. That's the chaser-runner dynamic. You become the chaser when you know what you want, right? Which was most of you right now. But the runner is afraid of that. Well, she stopped running because the thing that she feared came upon her, and all she could do was stand still and receive it. And it would not let her go. He wants to communicate. And for his name to be Raphael, I was like, Spirit, now you showing out now. You showing out. His name is Raphael? What? What? Is that not a heart chart? Come on. All right. So anyway, Machik Labran. As a young woman, Machik made a living by reading the Heart Sutra, which is the most beloved wisdom text in the Mahayana Buddhism. People considered it a great blessing to have it read in their homes. And after leaving a monastic order, Machik married and lived what is referred to as the red and white essence of mystical union. She practiced tantric union with her husband while raising a family together, and her son became one of her greater successors. Okay? Now, Machik developed the tantric Buddhist practice of Chod, these teachings were the first Buddhist teachings to emerge in Tibet. Chod is referred to as the cutting off ritual. A demon, according to Machik, is anything that obstructs the achievement of freedom. I'm going to say that again. A demon is anything that obstructs the achievement of freedom. Demons then are ego beliefs, not scary, hairy beasts, but inner barriers that keep us from realizing the nature of reality. The Chud practitioner visualizes their demon and then mentally cuts off parts of their own body as an offering to the demon. Now, don't get scared on me, but listen, let me finish. Machik holds a traditional Tibetan Chud, which is a Chod drum, in one hand and a bell in the other. So she has a drum and a bell in her hands. And then she mentally visualizes her body being cut off certain parts of her body and offered to that demon. Now, I started to see all kinds of things like alcohol. If you do drugs, maybe you cut off your hands and offer it because like mischief, I can't stop smoking, I can't stop drinking, or I'm gonna say you cut off parts of your genitalia. And hear my heart, y'all. I should probably do this on Patreon, but anyway, I'm in it now. I'm committed, so I'm gonna keep going. But anyway. But it's like the thing that vexes you or gets you every time is the thing you say, here, just take it. In other words, instead of resisting the darkness or the shadow or the demon, if you want to call it that, right? You offer it. Here you go. You want it. You creeping around here. You holding on to it. Here you go. I give it to you. And then doesn't that sound a whole lot like integration? integrate the shadow, not resist it or not feel ashamed about it. In other words, bring your stuff up. What she brought up, what this divine feminine did, not my cheek, but this divine feminine who I read for you from, is she embraced the fact that I want somebody to love me. I want somebody to make love to me. I want somebody to treat me well. I want somebody to want to have kids with me. I want somebody to want to be with me as much as I want to be with them. You know what I mean? She embraced that instead of saying, oh, I'm good. Oh, I'm healing. Oh, I don't even need that. Oh, God got me. And none of, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not trying to make anybody feel any kind of way. I'm simply saying, instead of running from the fact that she wanted to be with somebody and this thing wasn't popping for her, this relationship wasn't popping for her, she decided to choose herself because that person, that outside, that external stimuli, that DM did something that she was like, oh, hell no. Her oh, hell no button was pressed. Oh, hell no. And she stopped right there. She just stopped giving to that. And the moment she did that, boom, like that, someone reached out to her coincidentally, quote, air quotes, right? So my chick, let me see. What was I trying to say? Yes. So when my chick's perspective, she is an enlightened female. She knew that the difference between a god and a demon had to do with our reaction to them. Okay. Those who cause us pain, she explained, also teach us patience. Whereas those who bring gifts can distract us from our spiritual paths. No one and no single situation has the power to derail us. That is, unless we let it. The power rests within us. The spiritual path for my chick was to become intimate with her inner demons, which are those thoughts or beliefs that kept her from experiencing joy, bliss, and pure love. You hear that? Become intimate with her inner demons. Those thoughts and beliefs that kept her from experiencing, meaning separate. Remember, the only time you feel bad is when you're not connected to source. When you feel separation or you feel bad, that's because you are not plugged in, tuned in, turned on, tapped in, right? The darkness within us isn't actually dark. It often feels threatening because some aspect of our intuition knows that when we face it, we will reclaim a lost part of our soul and we will heal. We will become more whole, and that, ironically, can be terrifying. You see, that is what most of you are dealing with, or most of us are dealing with. We're not afraid that we're never going to have a person. We're just afraid that we're not going to have that person or anything in that job, that house, that you fill in the blanks. We're afraid we're not going to have it, and so we try to avoid, we try to get everything else to placate and self-medicate and whatever else. But really, we need to face the fear, face the attachments, face the darkness head on. Anything that keeps us from experiencing joy, bliss, and pure love. So if it's your mother, if it's your father, your siblings, your ex, your kids, your whatever, your job, your supervisor, whatever it is, you have to stop and look it right in the eye and you say, no more. Do you remember when in the movie The Matrix, when Neo finally, because Mr. Anderson, I can't remember the name of the person that was chasing, the man in the black suit, and he started was shooting bullets at him in that hallway, and Neo just finally turned around and was like, and he put his hand up and the bullets just stopped, pling, fell to the ground. Because he was like, it was almost like he was saying, I'm tired of this mess. I'm so tired of this. Like, why are you chasing me? You know, that dude in the black suit in the movie Matrix represented the devil, the demons that pursue us, the demons that try to get us when we're vulnerable, when we're trying to sleep, when we're trying to gather food, when we're trying to make a living, when we're trying to live our lives, when we're trying to find our way. It's those things that we're like, I got to do this so I don't do this. Because much of the time you've been trying to gather things that'll either make you feel better, or you're trying to gather things that will distract you from the pain that is crying, that's screaming out inside of you. I'm offering you to you today. Spirit is offering you today. Face it head on. Just like Job, the very thing I have feared has come upon me. If God has to make your divine masculine act a whole fool, act like a whole jackbutt in order to get you to your divine femininity, machik labran. If God has to do that, then he will do that. He would like not to, but don't you mind, don't you worry, don't you fret. It will be the thing, and you won't die, you won't be consumed, you'll be fine. It'll make you choose you, and you're going to be happier than you've ever been. And that way you'll get a place of power or a position of power when it is time for your divine masculine, which is probably going to happen. That usually is how that thing works. Because when you change and grow, they do too. When you heal, when you move, they move. Just like that. So of course her divine masculine is going to reach back out to her. She said already that he's talking to her, asking her stuff, spiritual things. Hey, what kind of crystal is for this and that and this and that? She couldn't get 2 words out of him for that, spiritual things, before. Now that somebody has come along named Raphael that is like, I want to talk to you for hours upon hours upon hours. I want to pursue you. I want to be everything that you are. I don't know, I know who you are. You know what I mean? See, soulmates know their assignment. That's another thing. Soulmates already know what they're here for. You might not know, but they do. Okay? And they're for you and for your journey. Again, I offer to you and I encourage you. This thing has already been tailor-made for you. Just keep going. Now, the darkness within us isn't actually dark. I'm closing now. It often feels threatening because some aspect of our intuition knows that when we face it, we will reclaim a lost part of our soul. Y'all, I saw this thing so clear. Let me read it again. The darkness within us isn't actually dark. It often feels threatening because some aspect of our intuition knows that when we face it, we will reclaim a lost part of our soul. We will heal. Does that sound interesting? You will reclaim a lost part of your soul because right now the darkness has it. There's a part of your soul that the darkness rules and has total control of. But when you face it as a divine feminine and say, you know what, I'm going to start dealing with the mama issues. I'm going to start dealing with the daddy issues. I'm going to start dealing with my fear. I'm going to start dealing with my promiscuity. I'm going to start dealing with my drinking. I'm going to start dealing with my depression. I'm going to start dealing with my anger, my fits of rage. I'm going to start dealing with my insecurity. I'm going to start dealing with myself, right? That darkness, the thing that I don't want to look at. And then when you do that, you reclaim that part that was lost. Christ consciousness says that Jesus Christ came incarnated on the earth to seek and to save that which is lost. You need to find your soul and you need to save it by healing it. Okay? You need to save your soul by healing it. Face your shadow. Face it. Face that thing that fears you. If your biggest fear is losing your divine masculine or you're waiting for them to choose you over somebody else, a third party or whatever, if your biggest fear is they won't choose you, then you owe it to yourself today. Walk away. Only if you're strong enough though. But if this is hitting you and you've been thinking about it, do it. This is your confirmation.